I lost my best friend 3 weeks ago, I think. It was kind of abrupt. She sent me this long message explaining that basically she could no longer be friends with me, and it was over, and I cried that day, and it was horrible. Take a deep breath in and out. Now let's go! Woo! And the thing is that only days before I had made this photo album of us together. And she was a huge part of my life. And then I told myself, dude, why did you make that photo album? Why? Because every photo album I've made so far, so there was my anorexia photo album, maybe just all of my adult life has been tainted or has been impacted by some sort of unfortunate event. So I had this entire photo album about me when I was taking photos of myself when I was physically and mentally not doing well. And then I have this photo album where I thought, oh my god, this is going to be my nice photo album where I have photos of my chosen family, aka my friends. But now they have left me as well. Now this is kind of my humor. I'm actually pretty still sad, I would say, but also just grateful for the things that I've experienced. And I had this huge poster up here about us. When she came to visit me in Berlin, when I came to visit her in Bavaria, which is in the south of Germany, we took photos and we did these posters of us, and we wrote our little inside jokes on there. And there's no way I'm keeping this up because it just makes me sad that I have it actually. This mirror, it's kind of a closet, so on the other side there's that thing stored. And I have this photo album here, and I'm just gonna look at some of the pictures and see what I feel. Oh god, and I also have postcards. But I can show you first our inside joke. So this was a dinosaur. She got it when she arrived in Amsterdam, where we went on vacation together, which is also kind of ironic because there's this TikTok that I kind of wanted to do that's like, oh, you know it's a good friendship when you stay together after going on vacation together. Spoiler alert, we did not. Okay, so anyway, this is like a little dinosaur, and we called him because to us, if people speak Dutch, to us it sounds like to me personally, and I know nothing about Dutch, okay? So this is, and we kept making jokes about him, and he lost his second wing. I don't know where it is, maybe she has got it. I don't think so, but yeah. So these are some postcards, and I kept them. And actually, this one is from her, this one is from another friend that I've lost, and the other friend that I've lost, this one, we stopped texting each other. Technically she ghosted me, but I didn't want to send her more messages. So the situation was the following situation. We sent each other voice messages back and forth, and I knew this friend from the time where I was anorexic. And it's kind of a weird dynamic because I know that she didn't feel comfortable enough talking to me about that, about the fact that I was visibly struggling. And that to me is kind of triggering. So probably for the best, but we sent each other voice messages, and she was there. She sent me this really sweet message when I was at the psychiatric hospital, because I went to one. And then I moved, and then we stayed in contact and called, and then her responses became less and less, and the last voice message I sent her was left unread, but she hadn't even listened to it. And so after that I was like, okay, I'm not gonna respond anymore, and she didn't either. So it's been like that for ages. Not ages, but maybe in December is when I last heard from her. So that was kind of a nice breakup, but it still feels weird reading what she read. I don't know. She was like, yeah, anyway, you really have to tell me like a lot about what's going on in your life now. Love, and then her name. And that feels kind of weird. Oh my god. And here she wrote another like inside joke. We had these nicknames for us. It was really personal actually. But the good thing is, oh my god, here's the first picture of us. I don't know if this is like too much. Just makes me sad. It's us at this Christmas market. Back then, I mean, I was getting to know her. By that point, we were talking each and every day. But still, you know, could I have stopped the hurt? If maybe I had been like, no, we can't be friends first, would that have stopped everything? I don't think so. Maybe a little bit. Maybe I would have felt less hurt, but also, to experience that kind of love, it really says something about who you are. Because some people, they are very avoidant when it comes to love, when it comes to romantic love, friendship love, whatever love, when it comes to getting close to people because they're afraid of getting hurt. And I feel like I was very brave. Oh my god. That's us in Berlin. Cool. Back then, everything was fine, I think. But, I don't know. I was being myself. I feel like she was kind of being herself. This is sad. She was a really sweet friend, and I don't know, she also lent me her scarf sometimes when I was cold, because I didn't bring it. And we did like this ABC challenge. Look, so this is like me doing the S, because SOS, and then that's me like in Bavaria. It looks very rural, it was very rural. And yeah, then I went to her birthday. It was the first 20th birthday I was ever invited to. And that's her cat. Look, that's her cat, and I was doing the little goat thing because we had another inside joke about a goat, you know? We saw this picture, or in Berlin, basically somebody had written on a wall, just like scribbled, I am the goat. And so that became our inside joke. She used to call me goat, I used to call her goat. Another photo with her cat. And then she had a really sweet mom as well, which I kind of not envied, but I looked at that relationship and was like, oh my god, you have a perfect mom, which was maybe not the case. But okay, she made me, like, she prepped lunch for me. She was like, okay, Leah, we have these options, this option, you can pick what do you want to take, like, for your lunch while you're on the train. And I basically chose this vegan schnitzel that she put on bread, and like she put salad in there as well, which is so sweet. And I took a picture of it, of me eating it, because I was just so grateful. But my friend, she kind of didn't really, I don't know, appreciate her mom in that way because she was used to it. Luckily, there's a lot of other pictures of my other friend who hopefully doesn't leave me. No, okay, kind of kidding, kind of not. Yeah. I don't know, and me and other people as well. Oh, and then there's us in Amsterdam. We were in this crowded bus, and this lady looked at us very weirdly because I was taking a picture of us, like, oh my god, this is sad. This is sad. Oh my god, that's us. Like, we went to these windmills. It was so cool. Maybe one day I can reunite with her. Maybe one day she'll reach out to me again. She took a lot of pictures of me as well. Oh, and there was one day where we went our separate ways because she was being in a very bad mood, which is okay, which she admitted to as well, but I was not, because I'm a person, if I'm in a bad mood, I'll make jokes to cover it up, or I'll try to stay positive. Both ways are fine, you know, but that, her being negative and her assuming that I was in a foul mood as well, triggered me, and I started crying, and so we went our separate ways. Oh my god. No, but like, there's one picture where I'm just laughing because I was overly tired and she's just like sitting there annoyed. And I wonder if that's why she broke up with me. But no, she said there wasn't anything wrong with me. Oh my god, this is rough. I don't know. Then there's us like in front of this boat with flowers. I mean, going on vacation, it was intense. And I mean, I was scared that she wouldn't want to go on vacation with me after that, and I suggested, hey, how about we go to Istanbul like next time we go on vacation together? And she was like kind of avoidant, and so I became really scared, and I was like, I'm just scared that you're gonna leave me. And she was like, no, I'm not gonna leave you, I'm right here for you. And that was kind of toxic, kind of not. I mean, it was a sweet thing to say, but maybe for her it was all just a lot of pressure, while for me it was just being sweet. You know, people are different, and I don't know, I didn't know that about her. There's us in a second-hand store. There were these armchairs. And we were just sitting there like people talking on a TV show. And then there's me, alone in France, alone in Amsterdam. I'm still going through the pictures, by the way. And that makes me happy because it means that I'm able to go somewhere alone, you know, that I'm able to have fun alone. This is precisely why I also have my walls covered by pictures of me in Australia, because I like to remind myself that I can, or that I am able to, in a completely different environment, make friends and still feel included or feel part of society, okay? So I don't need this specific friend because I am a person who loves making friends, who is very talkative. If there's the right people around, then I'm very talkative. And so this reassures me. So I think that I'm gonna be fine. And also, these past few weeks, I've met a lot of people already, a lot of new people, because I'm using the app Bumble for Friends, which is an app where you can find friends who are really interested in making friends. It's also where I met this one person. But to be honest, I'm ready for whatever life throws at me, I guess, because I've learned a lot during this friendship. Mainly concerning myself, but also I believe that as a human being, also as a future psychiatrist, it is only beneficial to meet new people and to form new relationships, however long they might last, you know? And so I'm doing more and more with this one girl who also lives in my student accommodation, and then there's this other person that I also am meeting quite frequently in my student accommodation, and then I'm meeting tomorrow actually with one of the other students in my student accommodation, which is something I should benefit more from. Or if I want, I can meet more people who live with me, because their horizon is like broader, I guess, because there's a lot of people coming from different countries of origin, and obviously they don't all study medicine, because medical students, they are a specific vibe, kind of. I mean, some people, obviously everybody is different, but it's always nice to form relationships in a different environment. That's also what I like about Bumble for Friends. So yesterday I met up with this girl who was really religious. Like, really religious. Is that a word? Like, she believed in God very strongly, and it was the center of her life, basically, which I thought was really interesting. Coming from somebody who's an atheist. Okay, point is made, I think. You can meet a lot of people. I met a lot of people already, and I'm gonna continue meeting people. And this one person, of course, she was special, but it was, I mean, a lot of effort came from me, and I have that effort within me, and I know that I am or will be able to form new relationships, because this person, yeah, she was special, but she was special to me because I made her special, if that makes sense. So I can decide, for instance, you watching this videos, we are gonna be besties by the end of the year, okay? And you reach out to me, you comment, you whatever, and then we're besties, and then you are special to me. Not that you're special on your own, no. Okay, I'm gonna end this video here. Bye. Oh my god.